You ever find your mind wandering and you wonder to yourself, what would a celebrity do? Being the person that I am, I'm often thinking about what celebrities are cooking and how they do it. I'm like, do they all have personal chefs? Are people cooking for themselves? I once read an article about Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, and she said that they cooked at home pretty much all day, so I was really impressed with that. I was like, I thought these were like major celebrities who would have in-home chefs and were just ordering everything out, but no, they're just cooking for themselves. They're just regular people like you and I are. I also found myself wondering, do celebrities go to potlucks? Like, are they like cooking up their favorite thing? And Oprah herself has her own deviled egg recipe, but like part of me thinks that this is like Oprah's like deviled egg recipe, like from her magazine and her website that Oprah didn't maybe make by herself. I feel like mega celebrity status like Oprah, she's probably not cooking for herself. But even when you're not cooking for yourself, then I'm like, how do you get a snack? Like, do you just have like a drawer? Did someone go shopping for you? Do you have a drawer full of your favorite things? What if you want Cheetos and you don't have Cheetos? Is someone there to go get the Cheetos for you, or do you just go down to Walgreens? So many questions to be answered, so little time. But what I am gonna bring you today is 3 celebrity recipes. So we have Oprah's deviled eggs, we have Betty White's chicken wings. I can only imagine Betty bringing these to a potluck. And we have the Jennifer Aniston salad that Jennifer Aniston ate on, I guess, apparently every day on the set of Friends. And when I tried the salad, I knew why, because it's so light, delicious, and you could definitely eat it day after day. So let's get cooking and explore what Oprah might bring to a potluck. We're gonna get started with Oprah's deviled eggs. Now, so happy that egg prices have been going down, so that makes these super inexpensive and always a great thing to kind of make last minute for a potluck, because who doesn't have a dozen eggs in their fridge? Or at least you can go down to the local store and grab them. You want to start by hard boiling a dozen eggs. I always use a steamer for mine, so I just put them in the steamer bin and I steam them for about 14 minutes and then I ice bath them. And then you want to slice them in half and put all the yolks into a bowl. I love using my Pyrex measuring cups to do that. For some reason, it just seems like the perfect size. And then to those eggs yolks, you want to add about 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, or you can kind of make this your own. I always like a creamier deviled egg, so I tend to add a little bit extra. You want 2 tablespoons of mustard. I'm just using yellow mustard. It's not really clear whether you want to use Dijon or not, but you could definitely try that. Then you want about a tablespoon of minced sweet pickle, so I actually just used relish. Then you want to do salt and pepper to taste, and a dash of horseradish, which I love horseradish, so that was definitely something different. Now, I was making these for my mom and I. You can see I added a little bit extra of the mayonnaise to make it even creamier, even a little bit extra mustard. So just kind of taste them, see what you think. The original recipe that Oprah has you add Tabasco sauce and a dash of lemon juice. And my mom was coming over. She actually has an allergy to cayenne pepper, and Tabasco sauce is going to have pepper in it, so we didn't put any Tabasco in ours. To fill the eggs, I just used a small little Ziploc bag and I cut a hole in it and then kind of squirted them in. And then towards the end, I got lazy and I just put them in my finger. I actually think they look pretty with your finger on them, so however you want to do it. I used to have like one of those little squirters that made it look really pretty, and I definitely still have it somewhere, but I haven't been able to find it. And then you want to top the eggs with some parsley and some paprika. I didn't do paprika because sometimes the paprika does end up having that cayenne in it, and she has an allergy. So that's the only reason I didn't do those 2 things. But we were really, really impressed with this. The flavor was amazing, and I think it was because of that horseradish. So there's definitely something different to these Oprah's deviled eggs, but they are awesome. For this one, we're making Jennifer Aniston salad, or the Rachel salad, as people have called it. This one is actually really easy, but apparently it was the salad that Rachel ate on the set of Friends for all the years that Friends ran, and she had it every day for lunch. Sounds a little dramatized. Did she really? We will never know, but worth a shot trying it. So I'm gonna make about 1/3 of this salad because I'm just gonna make it for myself. And you wanna start with red onion. The recipe calls for 1/3 cup of red onion, and I'm gonna have basically like 1/9 cup of red onion. The nice thing about a salad like this is you can really kind of make it your own and cut down whatever you want, add more or less of one thing or another. It may not be exactly like Rachel's salad, but it's still gonna taste the way that you like it. Now, I'd like to believe that Rachel, you know, had the salad kind of delivered to her as she got it. I don't really picture her making it herself, but Rachel, Jennifer, I don't know. We'll call her Rachel from now on, just for fun. But I imagine that she had it delivered to her, made for her, but maybe she was cooking it herself. I always wonder like what celebrities' lives are like that. Do they cook for themselves a lot or not? We're just gonna add the red onion to the water because it will take some of the bite off, and we'll let that sit. Now I made up some bulgur wheat, I think that's how you say it, on the stovetop just according to package instructions. And then the recipe says 3 cups, and I don't know if it's uncooked 3 cups, like that's a lot of wheat that this makes, and it's supposed to make 4 servings. So I'm just gonna put a cup in here. That seems like the right amount for me to eat. And then this is 1 cup cooked, so you can see how much this made cooked. I have a feeling that it was supposed to be 1 cup uncooked, and then it makes about 3.5 cups cooked. I'm gonna chop up a mini cucumber and add that to the salad. We'll need about 1/8 cup of flat leaf. This is curly, but that's what I have. Parsley, we're just gonna chop that up just a little bit. Same thing with mint, we're gonna want about 1/8 cup. 1/8 cup of chopped pistachios. I need about 1/2 cup of rinsed and drained chickpeas. I'm just gonna eyeball this. I love chickpeas, so we're really not gonna have too much here. I'm just gonna do a squeeze of lemon juice. It says, I think 3 tablespoons. So we want a little less than a tablespoon. Lemon's kind of like that too. I mean, it's not gonna be bad if you add more lemon. I might add more after, we'll see. Need about 1/16 cup, and I have not done the math on what that is, of extra virgin olive oil, so I'm just gonna do a drizzle. We'll add more if we need to. Some good old salt and pepper. Now I drained off my red onions. I'm gonna really appreciate it if this does take the bite out of these, because I always feel like it's so strong when it has red onion. I love the flavor, but it just lasts for a long time, kind of in my body. Forgot the pepper. I'm gonna give this a good toss, and then we're gonna toss in some feta cheese. This is really beautiful, and I love the idea of feeling like Jennifer or Rachel on set of Friends. Now you could eat this on your own, like as a serving, or even more than that, because this is quite a bit. Or you could serve this as a side. I was thinking like with a cheeseburger or something like this, that would be great. You could make this and bring it to like a potluck. That is so light and fresh and delicious. I love it. I see why you could eat this every day, because something about it is just right. Like it's not heavy, but it's not too light. And the flavor is on point. Next up, we're making Betty White's chicken wings. And who doesn't love Betty White? And so exciting that she has a chicken wing recipe. For this recipe, I'm making 1/3 of the recipe. So I'm adding, geez, 1/3 of 1/2 cup. What is that? That is 1/8. Right? 1/8, yes. Okay, math, man. I bet Betty would do it better than me. 1/8 cup of butter, and then we're melting that in a pot with 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1/3 cup of soy sauce, 1/4 cup of water, and just a little dash of dry mustard and a dash of garlic powder. We're just gonna heat this all together until the butter and the sugar melt. So we want everything to be mixed together, and then we're gonna let it cool. And you want to pour that sauce mixture right over your wings and allow them to marinate for at least 2 hours. Now, this recipe initially says to put them in a pan, but I like to marinate my wings in a Ziploc bag, so I apologize if that's not how Betty did it. I just think that they're gonna come out a little bit better, maybe. Who can do it better than Betty? I don't know. Once those wings are marinated, you do want to pour them into a baking sheet, just like a low rim baking sheet, and bake them at 375 degrees until they're cooked through about 1 hour and 15 minutes to 1.5 hours. So we want to bake these for a long time. That's probably what makes them delicious and fall off the bone. Now, I poured all of the liquid onto the baking sheet. You do want to cook the chicken wings inside of the liquid, so don't just take the wings out. You want all of that in there. Then you want to drain the wings on paper towels and serve. So, I don't know, get your girls together, get your golden girls together. The ones you're gonna grow old with. Make some wings, and it's just a super fun party treat. It was so easy to make that sauce, and like the smell is pretty intoxicating, really delicious. And overall the wings are amazing. They take a little bit of time, so you do need to plan ahead, but they're gonna be perfect, again, for a potluck, a girls get together, and hey, maybe throw some Golden Girls on the TV while you're hanging out and get a good laugh in. So I'm over here after these have been pulled out, and I'm trying to get better at food photography, so I've got this like weird setup by the window. I'm trying, guys, because I got a website now, and I'm trying on Pinterest, so, but I'm also eating them, and these are amazing. I did not do an hour and a half. So these are much smaller like than a full chicken wing, and I didn't really realize they were supposed to be like a full wing. If you're doing a full wing, I think it might go like an hour and 15. With these guys, it was 45 minutes. And they're actually like, I mean, I think they're perfect. I like them like this, but you could probably even go a little less, and it made my house a little smoky. So your choice. But Betty definitely has the right marinade, and these are incredible. So it just depends on the type of wings you have and how long you want to cook them. But you can see how like juicy, glazed they are. They're glazed, that's what that is. So not only did Betty bring us great laughs, she also brought us great chicken wings. Now, cooking like a celebrity is amazing, but I think cooking like the restaurant might be even better. Go ahead and click on this next video to get some great copycat recipes. And remember, the next time you're on YouTube, make sure you're watching Meals with Maria.